Yo, before the start of this video, can you please go follow the Twitch channel? The link will be in the description. I am starting to do segmented streams where I do YouTube videos pretty much on the stream itself. I really appreciate it and it will help a lot. Thank you and enjoy the video. So today I wanted to talk about something I don't think a lot of people actually talk about in this game, is how jumping can actually be risky. And I know this game is kind of known for having the movement and all this stuff, right? And how some people saying like jumping is super free. It is great in this game, right? I love the jumping and the movement, but in certain situations, like if you jump too much, you can corner yourself and like you literally can lose the game or a character or whatever just from you jumping in a weird spot or like a bad spot. And I actually give the example here in a second. But why I say that is that jumping low-key, like it gives away your position and you can get limited in the air. Like yeah, we have super jump float and stuff, but you can't really do anything outside of you're floating and all this stuff. Like you can't really traverse that well, not as quickly as you dashing, obviously. So I had to break really the habit recently with just being fine with just being grounded sometimes. Like it's not that bad to just chill on the ground. Like it really isn't. Now you don't want to stay on the ground too long because then you just start getting jailed into random things. Like literally the most random things you start getting just jailed into. Then it's like, okay, wow. But you don't want to spend your whole game just jumping, like especially up backing all the time. Like up backing strong too, but like here I'll have Vegeta. We can demonstrate really quick. Like if you're just doing this the whole game, especially if you don't have any assists, it's the same thing as just like walking back like this in Street Fighter. Like what is this? Like what are you gonna, like you just put yourself in the corner so easily. And against characters like, well, Kid Buu's actually pretty great at this, but if I have like Kid Buu in 21, I can just easily just kind of catch you jumping. I feel like when people move like this, it's kind of like they're panicking a little bit. So I can just use, like if I'm playing Kid Buu, I can use the threat of this move just to push you back. Like just doing this. And then now where you're gonna go? You can't, like, I can always like jail you to the ground or whatever. Or, I can just do something and now it's like, damn. I just gave up the whole space on the screen. Either because I was too scared or I was just autopiloting with jumping. And it's like, not really that great decision. But if freaking the base Vegeta or whoever you're fighting just kind of chilled, you can't really just run up on them like that because he has options to stop that. But him just backing, you're kind of limited if people just want to run up to you and start your turn type deal. Especially with Vegeta, because like him doing Super Jump JS, he does have like blind spots that they can exploit, and his JS has landing recovery even when you do like, well, IIDs is like really small, but if they're just doing like JS like or Super Jump JS like this the whole time, like, there's recovery on that, and all you really have to do is this, like you just dash. I think it's dash and jump. I remember testing this one. Like if you just dash and jump, I keep messing it up like and then with base Vegeta, I think one of the hardest things with him is just doing the aiming key blast, and you have to really react to see if the person you're fighting knows how to deal with that JS thing. If they do, then you're gonna have to be OD at freaking aiming your stuff, because you can get like blind spotted really quickly. It's happened to me a lot of times, and it's annoying, but it's like that's good shit though, because I've been just not aiming my freaking key blast. But that's the topic for another video. But back to the main subject. jumping really can corner you if you abuse it a bit too much. And one of my favorite things to do in the game, I'll actually record it right now, is so we know that air is like a really strong win neutral tool. It happens pretty much every game, typically because jumping is so strong, right? We'll get a lot of air-to-air situations or whatever. And so, you know, if you play this game even a little bit, you'll probably have this situation happen a lot. Here, I'll record and do this. Oh wait, I don't think I saved it. Alright, you'll have this situation freaking happen. Right, just simple, like, just air-to-air freaking interaction that pretty much happens every freaking game. And this happens like on both sides. Everybody's been like whiff punished for this. That's just like 3K that you just took for that. But something I like to do, because I know a lot of people, they go for that specific air. Something you can do is, in this situation, like, I just do the ID back just because it like sets up the situation better, but you can just wait. And not only, like, look, they're minus 21. They do have another jump, but if they use that jump, they're literally cornered. If they jump again, like, for example, with Android 21, she has 2S. She can just catch them with 2S. Like, I'll probably have to record them again, but something like that is, like, pretty much a free approach. Or, like, you could chase them with Super Dash if they float all the way over. And that can get JL'd. I've done it before, not too many times, but it can be they can jail your Super Dash, but you can just do something safer, like use a key blast or just a different special move plus assist, and it's like, dang, you just like gave up that whole space from one freaking, like, trying to trying to freaking air-to-air. And that's why doing it every time is bad, because it's like you're preemptively doing it. And it's really easy to like autopilot that choice. I can actually show, I'm gonna do a recording of him doing the jumping one, where he jumps again after like missing it. It's just good for like repositioning. Like, you can get chased down like so easily, right? Now, he does have options, like he can still super dash, but then he can get 2H. He can still like do an air move. That can be counterplayed as well. It's like, and if he does nothing, he's pretty much really close to the corner, and you're not really in the best position, right? So it's like, do I really need to jump there, or can I just sit there sometimes? Especially if you're going against an opponent who's really concentrating and is trying to read your movements. That dash right there, basically, this thing can just give everything away, honestly. Like, it can just give it all away. Like, they can either try and, you know, whiff punish you because they know you're dashing, and if you jump every time, you're gonna get whiff punished pretty much every time. Or I like I said before, I like to just wait and just see. And if you jump, it's like, wow, okay, it's my turn now. At higher levels, people are gonna be better at stopping it, especially with characters like air level 3s and stuff. Like, you can't just freely do something like this all the time. But if your main focus is to just jump, like, offensively, it's not really, like, you're not really playing neutral to the best of your ability if you just do that, right? So, like I said, you can supplement it by just waiting. In this situation, you could honestly just shoot more key blasts if you really wanted to. Because remember, if they're dashing forward, they're not blocking. And yes, they can dash block, but sometimes you can just clip people's movement a lot, right? You can just stop them jumping in general. And then you can just take your space or whatever accordingly. So that's just one of the reasons how freaking jumping can be risky if you use it like too much. Another like really good example that I like to look at is this game, you can't really checkmate people a lot after like super dash, because well, no, not after super dash, just after jumping, because of the threat of like late super dash. But people that do jump a lot, they tend to do things like they'll super dash and they'll do that. That is literally probably one of the worst decisions you can do in this game if you do it a lot of times. Like, it can work sometimes, especially if people aren't expecting it right, but it's like, Jesus, like you have nothing here. Like, you actually have nothing. Like, you don't have a late super dash. This is like a checkmate actually in this situation. Like, you can't really do anything unless your character just has like a move that you can abuse or whatever right there, I guess. But it's like, generally you don't want to jump after a block super dash because it's like that's why you see a lot of people IADing, and honestly some people forward dash, which is good too. Obviously you can be checked like everything else, is kind of played to pretty much everything. But if you're gonna do something after super dash, I don't think jumping is like the best one in my opinion, because especially without assist, it leaves you stuck. Like, you can't float your way out. Like, I wonder, okay, let's see, if you super jump, right? You can float back a little bit. Oh god. Oh, he's gonna do this thing. Jesus. I keep doing it. Okay, you can float back, I guess. So after, if you super jump, super dash, it can be cool, I guess, to disengage like that. But I'd rather do it quickly with like an ID or just something else. I really don't like that jump after super dash option. You're just like, it's like you're stuck. You're really stuck. And the way teams are played now, you really want to limit how much you get into these stuck situations. Because at the end of the day, like, if you're playing something like my team or like the team on the screen or whatever, you don't want me to be winning neutral a lot. And that goes what I was saying. You don't want anybody winning neutral, but you especially don't want me to, because I have like mix-ups and all that stuff. And this team hurts and have good level 3. Well, 2 out of the 3 have good level 3s. So it's like, do you really want me winning neutral? Because if I do, it's like, shit, so a lot of things can happen. So if you limit like those habits now, especially with how like the state of the game is shifting to, it can definitely do you a lot of good to just chill sometimes. You don't always have to just jump, right? So to kind of conclude this video, but you want to start moving with more intention. That's basically what this is. This video is about just moving with more intention and just thinking about things you do in a match and not just kind of autopiloting and do it. It will get better with time, the more you practice and think about it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is the first time I'm doing a stream out of a YouTube, or a YouTube video out of a stream. I kind of want to do more because it's fun and I get like a lot of freaking productive value, I guess you could say. But thanks, and hope you enjoy the video. Peace.